As the adage goes, the sky is the limit. But for Filipinos, there are no limits when it comes to reaching for one's dreams. This especially holds true for those aspiring to take to the skies and become pilots. In the Philippines, earning wings are mainly categorized into two: private or commercial, and with a uniform service via the Philippine Air Force or other flying units within the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine Coast Guard, and the Philippine National Police. Some thrive on the prestige of being captain of a known commercial airline, while others guard the country's airspace or conduct search and rescue operations in times of emergencies. But just how different really are the skills and proficiency of pilots flying private and those in the military? How do Filipino pilots measure up with their foreign counterparts with more advanced training, technology, and assets? Let's find out here on Tanong ng Times.
The training is very demanding, physically, mentally, emotionally.
Fighter training is really a rigorous one, I can say. You need to develop right attitude, right character, right skills, and the right knowledge.
Training to be a pilot po, it ranges po from 1 to 2 years. Depends po on the number of training aircraft available. We have our training school, our basic training school in Lipa City, Batangas. Right after you graduate from basic flying school, the pilots then get to specialize in different types of aircraft.
Training abroad and training here at the Philippines is very similar. What differs is that the platform they use, the program they follow.
So when it comes to training, almost same lang naman yung mga training. May ibang methodologies lang sila kasi they have their own culture and they have their own way of doing their things sa US, and then we also have our own ways of doing things here. Pero in general talaga almost the same lang yung pacing ng training, almost the same yung mga tinuturo from basic handling ng aircraft to advanced handling ng aircraft. It's almost the same. When it comes to competency naman, I think it will really depend dun sa person na and then the training that he gets or kung gaano niya seryoso kinuha yung training.
You need to adapt multitasking since you are managing yung system, and then kasabay nun is you are checking the parameters, the location of your targets. Then in times of emergency, you need to have a critical thinking. You need to be decisive since split of seconds lang yung pinag-uusapan when you are a fighter pilot.
A lot of preparations, and it deals days and even sometimes weeks for coordination to be fully prepared. We do simulator trainings, not only for safety but also for proficiency of the pilots in the fighter community. When we fly and experience any emergency, I can say we are capable to manage any kind of emergency, as we have set our contingencies when we fly. We know our divert field. We know what to do in the aircraft when we are experiencing any emergency. As fighter pilots, we have to be confident in whatever mission that is given to us. We are mandated to defend our country, the national sovereignty, and the integrity of our national territory. I must say, as a fighter pilot, we are skilled and able to perform whatever mission it is. However, there are realizations that we have to overcome. There are gaps that we have to realize. And we need a suitable number of aircraft to defend our national territory.
Ang wish list ng Philippine Air Force is encapsulated in our modernization program Horizon 3 capability list. So it consists po mostly systems natin under integrated command, control, communications, and computer system or IC4S. Pati po yung ating integrated air defense system, which actually is composed of our air assets for external defense, and then yung intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance system natin, survey strike system, mobility system, as well as search and rescue system. Basically po, lahat po ng nasa 6 core systems ng Philippine Air Force. Marami pong mga elements dito ang gusto pa po naming magkaroon upang ma-advance po natin ang ating capability as a Philippine Air Force. Ang thrust talaga natin is to focus on our external defense. Kasi sa totoo lang, base ho sa mandato ng ating Armed Forces of the Philippines, we should be focusing on external defense, and supposedly support force lang tayo for internal security operations. Now, we're actually trying to develop more of our capabilities for external defense. So this would mean na talagang ang focus po natin is our systems on integrated air defense system and our IC4S, yung pong ating integrated command, control, communication, and computer systems. The more we upgrade our systems, our aircraft, and the more we should also upgrade our training facilities and our training capabilities for our pilots and all our crew and personnel and specialists who will be manning all these modern assets. In my case, I specialize in the UH-1H helicopter. The UH-1H helicopter po is actually one of our aircraft for combat support operations. It is the aircraft that we use to support our ground forces for internal security operations. We are the ones that do resupply missions of ammunitions and food supplies for our troops. And then we also use the UE for other administrative flights to bring our government leaders to different places in the archipelago, yung mga hindi po ma-reach by land travel. During elections, we are also highly relied upon to bring in the election paraphernalia. We also do disaster relief operations po, especially when land travel has become inaccessible because of the effects of calamities. At that time in 1997, when we graduated as the first batch of females in the PMA, you're right in saying that there were two of us who joined the Air Force as female graduates. And that time, I really chose the Philippine Air Force because earlier in the earlier phases of our cadet days, we were already made to choose which branch of service to join in. And I really chose the Air Force because we would have field training exercises during summer. And I noticed that we have this foot marches going to the mountains during our FTX. And we would actually walk for so many hours, climbing mountains, crossing rivers. And we would take the whole day walking only to find out on the next day, a helicopter would pick us up and get us back to our original location where we came from. It will only take about 30 minutes. So sabi ko, why walk when we can fly? So that began my passion in joining the Air Force. So that's the reason why I chose. Of course, iba pa rin talaga yung joy of flying and being able to help our ground forces achieve their missions. Kasi ikaw yung nagdi-deliver ng mabilis na tulong sa kanila. Kasaya po na you are able to bring immediate help to those in need whenever you have comrades in the field who have to be airlifted because may mga sugatan, merong mga nanganganib ng buhay. At ikaw yung hope na nakikita nila whenever they hear the sounds of the rotors of your aircraft coming, and then you'll be able to airlift them for immediate medical attention in the nearest medical facility. Yun po yung fulfillment na mararamdaman mo kasi nakatulong ka upang makapag-salba ng buhay, lalo na mga kapwa mo sundalo. And of course, during our support to disaster relief operations, nakikita mo yung mga tao na naapektuhan ng baha at ng typhoon na masayang-masaya at naghihintay para sa tulong na darating na dala ng ating mga Air Force helicopters. being part of that is what gives you fulfillment as a helicopter pilot. We can do things faster with the Air Force.